Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Destiny 2 video. Well, we're back at it again, and this time it's all about those bento boxes and the pack lunch quest. Today, I'm going to walk you through you step by step to show you how you can complete this quest. Well, at least parts of it. You know what to do. There you go. Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Pack lunch is a brand new quest in the reset of Destiny 2. It's all about bento boxes and a whole bunch of gear and loot that we can get. To start this quest off, you need to head over to the Drifter to start off your quest line called Pack Lunch. Now, this quest, unfortunately, is time gated, at least from what I can tell. But we're going to do this as much as we can do. Pack Lunch, 3 steps. We need to complete 5 completions of these quests. The problem is, you can see, there is only 4, which means it's time gated. Yep, we have to wait until Zer or next week. But for step number 1, we need to complete 5 of these different quests. Like I said, it's time gated. Underneath here it says additionally, past this prologue quest will unlock next week or be contained from Zer this weekend. So we can't complete it all, but we're going to do everything else. Let's start off with the very first one called a nightmare lunch. Now, here's the thing. You can do this a few different ways. You can do moon activities completed up to 60, but by far the fastest way of doing this is by doing the nightmare hunts. It's been a while over here on the moon. Haven't did this in quite some time, and it was a little fun, so GG's. What I decided to do is nightmare hunt insanity. It was super fast. It'll take you about 5 to 6 minutes to complete this. So get into this nightmare hunt and complete this nightmare hunt. Along the way, if you pick up one of those weapons from one of the other quests that you picked up, you can get sentry eggs along the way. I'm using the Weather Horde to progress that quest as I'm completing this nightmare hunt. So I'm doing a few of these things at the same time. Here's the sentry egg collected. Boom, that part is done, and we just completed a nightmare hunt, which is cool. So doing 2 things at the same time is going to save you a little bit of time. 25 out of 60 for completing 1 nightmare lunch mission. So just need to complete this 3 times and you're good to go, and you're going to get your first bento box. After that, you need to head back over to Eris Morn to complete the mission. Here's the thing. You need to turn it in, and you need to select a reward. If you don't, you can't complete that part of the quest step. So you have to pick out a weapon, you have to pick out an artificial armor, or whatever you want to pick. But you gotta get it, my dude. So make sure you figure out whatever you want to get. For me, it took me about like 5 minutes going, okay, do I want this weapon first, or do I want this memento first? But you have to choose a reward. I decided initially not to pick a reward, and the quest did not progress. So you have to. You have to turn in your bento boxes each time. So you can't just sit on your rewards and figure it out later. If you want to progress the quest, you gotta pick something. So for me, for the very first time, I decided to come over here and let's pick ourselves a weapon. I didn't have a Horus lease as good as this one, so the rolls on here are pretty fantastic. I picked up the Horus lease. Alright, for the next quest that we get from the Drifter, the Stuff of Legends, we need to finish final encounters in any raid or dungeon, and raids provide additional progress. Now, I didn't go into a raid, but I did do 2 Pit of Hershey's Run. It took some time, about 30 minutes to get this thing done. I guess I wasn't really keeping time if it felt like 30 minutes. But I have to do 2 of these in order to progress the mission. You gotta do it. So hop into any dungeon that you want to do and complete it, and or go into any raid. And I think you just need to complete 1 encounter from the raid because it said you get more progression. But I didn't do the raid, so I'm not 100% sure about that. But after you finish that, you're going to get 1 completion to the Stuff of Legends. For me, I'm on a PS5. I went into the Fireteam Finder lobby and hooked up with a few Guardians to complete this quest. Took me about 2-3 minutes to get into a match, then a couple more minutes to actually start it. So about 30 minutes to get that done 2 times, so about an hour. After you finish that, once again, we need to head back to Eris Morn to pick up our bento box and our very next reward. So for me, I went into Errors More and decided, you know what? This time, I'm going to get myself a memento. So I decided to roll with the Iron Banner memento for my reward. You can pretty much pick whatever you want, and the Stuff of Legends is completed. Next, we have a new quest, a dubious bento. We already got the sentry eggs. This time, we just need to collect some dubious celery from Gambit. So head into Gambit, and here's the cool thing about this part. You don't really have to get all the kills. It's a team-based thing, so even your teammates can kill, and you can get dubious celery. It's going to be super fast, less than 5 minutes to get this done. After that, head back to Errors More for step 3 out of 4 to complete a dubious bento. After that, once again, we got our bento rewards. Come back in here to the timed event. Pick whatever weapon that you want, or, you know, whatever loot that you want to get after. For me, I picked up the Ingenious Hammer Adept. From there, we headed over to the Martial Mementos. This time, we need to get an accumulation for our weapons. You have different weapons that you can use. I decided to go with the Wither Horde, and then I went to the Lashless Rage, put in the Shiro cheat code, and away we go. Super fast over here, my dude. It took me about 5 minutes to complete, so GG's. Here we go. I went in with the Wither Horde and just dealt damage all the way until there's just a few ads left. I was sitting around 49% on my very first run, so yeah, it works really good. Definitely do this if you want to complete this part of the mission. It is super fast. So 1, 2 times inside of this mission, and I was at 88. I had to run it actually 3 times just because, you know, you just want to make sure you get your ads and stuff down right. Now, after that, you are done. You need to head back over to that lovely lady, Errors More, one more time to finish completing this quest. Once again, we're going to get bento boxes, bento tokens, and we can need to select a reward. Have to select it if you want to continue this quest line. For me, once again, I decided to roll with a weapon, a bam, and just like that, we pretty much are done as far as I'm concerned. I went back over to the Drifter. He didn't have any more quests, and then I double checked once again and read this, and I do believe it's time gated. Once again, it says additional past-ish prologue quests will unlock next week or can be obtained from Xur this weekend. So it's time gated, my dude. 4 out of 5 in order to complete steps 2 and 3. We're gonna have to wait till Xur show up this Friday or next week. I'll continue this quest once we get there. But for right now, that's pretty much going for the video. Hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you are new to the channel, how you doing and welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.